Greetings, Eric Bakker, naturopath, coming back, and we're talking about enzymes, how to fix or treat an enzyme deficiency in your body. You've probably got an enzyme deficiency right now, whether you like it or not. The healthiest people I've seen still may well have some type of minor enzyme deficiency. And maybe you're sitting there thinking, this guy's really losing it now, like he's just down in New Zealand, he's just totally off the rocker. Well, that's what you may think. But if you've got a heartbeat, a pulse rate, you've probably got some stress in your life. And I can tell you guys now, if you've got even a small amount of stress regularly, it's going to affect your pancreas and stomach's ability to maintain optimal levels of enzyme control, power. You know, the production of these enzymes. The utilization of the enzymes also can be affected by stress, the end targets. So I've spoken many times in previous videos about how stress can affect your body's ability to digest food properly. Even small amounts of stress. So imagine now living under high stress, and eating crappy foods and high stress. You're cruising for a brick wall, literally. I mean, you're going to hit it sooner or later. It's just a matter of when, right? So how do you fix a problem like that? Well, listen up. If you've got bloating, gas, bowel problem, especially if you've got fatigue, you don't necessarily have to have a lot of GI problems, but think carefully of the kind of foods you've been eating for the last several weeks or months. Think carefully about the kind of stresses you're living under, the kind of lifestyle, constraints you're living under. Think about your relationship with your partner, or your kids, or your in-laws, or the outlaws, as I like to call them, or your boss, or your workers. Think about that. Think about the emotional kind of impacts of all these events on your digestive system. You're probably not thinking about that at all. You're probably thinking, well, if I eat this kind of food or that kind of food, it's not just about the food. If you want to fix an enzyme deficiency, a really good heads up for you is to try and tackle the stress. A 1% reduction in stress is probably going to be about a 6% improvement in GI function, right? Everything you do to improve stress will improve digestion, and that will mean that you probably have to worry a lot less about your health long term. So lifestyle rules. I've said this 100 times on this channel. 75% of recovery is lifestyle related. Right? 25% roughly involves specialized foods, specialized supplements, but still a very important piece. So go back and look at some of my videos on stress, on the sympathetic and parasympathetic imbalance and how that affects the gut. Are you still guys with me? Are you still with me? I meant to say, if you watch the previous videos in sequence on enzymes, you will understand a lot more by the point I'm trying to make here. Supplements are often necessary with many people these days because it's impossible to live a stress-free lifestyle, almost impossible. So supplements are basically a great aid. They can be taken short-term, they can be taken long-term, they can be taken indefinitely for some people. Especially if you've got a condition like a cancer or a chronic disease, you may need, to take a pancreatic digestive enzyme for a long, long time to really improve. So supplementation. Make sure that when you do take enzyme supplements that they are good in terms of targeting the stomach, but also contain enzymes that target the pancreas. So a good blend of multiple enzymes will often work the best when it comes to correcting an enzyme deficiency. I'm going to talk to you a bit later on about a supplement which I think works very well, especially if you take it one on an empty stomach and one with food. I'll explain what I mean later. Many people take enzymes with food all the time. Some people take enzyme supplements away from food, but I believe the way to get back on track is to take some with food and some without. I'll explain all later. Catch up with me in the next video. Thank you so much for tuning in.